Okay, so a little muscle pain is okay, but how do you know when you're overdoing the exercises? Because we kind of want to avoid the no pain, no gain mantra here.
Yeah, of course. One of the easiest things that's a real good indicator that you've kind of pushed it too far is if you can't move, right? So if you've gotten to the point to where you have pain in any range of motion, that's a sign that you probably took it a little too far and you possibly have a strain. And if that lasts for a couple of days, you should definitely go to a primary care physician and follow up. The next thing is if you have any bruising of the area, you definitely did some damage. So you got to be careful with that. What about you, Carlos? You got any other tips for that?
Yeah. What can cause, like, if you do an exercise wrong, right?
Right. Yeah, so just bad form, right? Overdoing it, like going beyond your means as far as weight, something like that, or a new exercise that you're not familiar with, right? Again, that's kind of overdoing it. But you don't want to push through pain. Pain is your body telling you something's wrong, right? So that's a signal. Don't keep pushing through it, or you're going to hurt yourself, further.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, later in the show, Brian and Carlos will show us the right and wrong way to do core and other popular exercises.
You want to make sure you're doing it correctly. Here's good form. Going about 90 is, where you want to go. There's definitely wrong ways to do it. There's a couple of corrections here. You don't want to be up on your heels too high up. You don't want to be seeing a butt wink is another one we see often. Puts a lot of stress in the lumbar spine and the pelvic region, especially if it's very heavily weighted. And another one is very big that you see common injuries is the valgus collapse. So kind of the knees coming in. You don't want to be squatting and doing that. You really want to push your knees out where your joints are tracking over each other, right? When you have different tracking or different angles of tracking, you're putting more pressure on those areas and you're causing a greater risk for injury. So ACL tears and stuff like that.
Carlos, I want to go back to the starting a strength training program. How would you do that?
So to begin with, definitely monitor load. Start with a basis of 2 weeks, just fundamental lifting, right? You don't want to jump into a program where you're repping out something that you can't do, right?
Going too hard.
Exactly. You don't want to do add strength where you have dysfunction, really.